What's on YouTube? It's PTT coming at you with another Division video, and today guys I've got some pretty cool information coming your way. So as you all know, we had the beta over the last weekend and it was pretty cool. We got a few bits of information trickling out through it by means of Twitch streams and things like that from developers. But since the beta has ended, a lot more information has been coming out. Details about the season pass, details about the end game for future content and stuff like that. And it really has been a bombshell of information. Now I've been trolling through lots of different forums, chat zones, interviews with creative directors and dev teams and stuff like that. And there's some pretty cool information out there. Now the first thing I want to talk about in this video guys comes from GameZone, and they were talking to creative director Magnus Jansson and they put a few questions to him, and I want to quickly cover those with you first. So I'm basically going to read out the first bit of this paragraph to you guys so you're on the same kind of informational sheet as I am when we go through the rest of the video. So let's jump into it and take a look guys. Sparing a moment from glaring at the season pass details for the Division, Ubisoft has commented on what endgame for the Division will be like. According to creative director Magnus Jansson, the Division players will be kept busy with endgame content. The content won't be available at launch when it comes to PvE, but PvP players will have plenty to look forward to once the game releases. Once you hit level 30, the max level will create a new instance of the Dark Zone. So players will be entering into this all new Dark Zone, said Jansson. Start at level 30. This whole new repopulated Dark Zone, basically. In the future, Ubisoft will add on to the PvE portion of the game, bringing goals and challenges to those that don't enjoy PvP gameplay. We have a tremendous amount of effort and focus on the PvE endgame as well, Jensen explained. Not all of it is going to be there when we launch. We're slowly going to be rolling out for free in the beginning. Rest assured there's PvE endgame for you all, and there's going to be goals and challenges and things to aspire to for you and your group. Difficult things that you really want to set your sights on and accomplish. Lots of things to take out of that then guys. Obviously talking about what comes further down the line with PvE, PvP and endgame activities. Although they're still being a little bit sketchy when it comes to information about endgame. We're kind of used to this. We've seen it with Bungie and things when it comes to Destiny. You know, they talk a lot about DLCs before they come out, but we never really know too much about raids. Maybe a little trailer just before it comes out. And I expect we'll see exactly the same with the Division, you know. As DLCs start coming up, we'll start to see trailers about them, and that will kind of drop a few little bits of information. But they really are going to keep a lot of it behind closed doors and let us find out about them when we get round to actually playing it. So what's the really important things to take out of this bit of the information then guys? Well, obviously it comes from Magnus Jansson, the creative director on the Division, so we can pretty much take it as the word of God for now. You know, he knows better than anybody what's going on with the game, and the information that comes from him is probably going to be 100% true. You know, I have no reason to doubt it. If we were talking about Bungie, then I might say, yeah, let's not really listen to the creative director or the community manager or anything like that, because they're normally goddamn wrong. But going into the Division with Ubisoft, let's start off with a fresh head guys and think that they are going to tell us the truth and not bullshit us in any way, shape or form. And we've got some really cool things to come. So let's look at the really important things then. Level 30 cap, that is going to be our cap come March 8th when the game comes out. That level 30 cap not only will bring us to, you know, our max level for now in the vanilla version of the game before DLCs, but it's also going to reset the game world. Everything's going to go to a level 30 instance, so Dark Zone, PvE and things like that, and lots of things will only become available to us once we hit that level cap. That's pretty cool. It means we're not going to be able to jump into things too early. I suppose looking comparison wise, we're talking again Destiny, where we can't go into raids and things like that until we've hit said levels and certain things, so that people get some gameplay for a couple of weeks beforehand. So that's pretty cool. I like the way they've done that. I liked the way they did it in Destiny, even if there were problems. You know, the overall idea of making you hit a level cap before you can go in and do certain events is pretty cool, because it means you're not having to rush through things. So yeah, I like that. What's next then? When main story is finished, the game is not over. They were Magnus's word. I actually watched an episode from Hip Hop Gamer. I shall leave a link in the description below to the actual interview that he did with Magnus Jensen, the creative director on The Division. So yeah, if you want to check that out, guys, make sure to go and take a look at it. There's some pretty cool things to come out of the interview that he had with him. Yeah, he does talk about how when the main story is over, you basically get the answers to an awful lot of questions, but it doesn't end the game. You know, it's not like the world is all back to normal, you've eradicated the virus, you know, shit's just got better again, and that's kind of it. Other than endless dark zone killing, there's not a lot to do. You know, that isn't the case. Where this goes down the line with DLC, who knows? Maybe we see new factions coming in and out, maybe further story missions. We're going to have to wait and see, guys, but it's pretty good to know that when we finish the main storyline, it is not all over, and we do have reasons to look forward to further DLCs and things like that. Pretty cool. So, next thing to take out then, guys, is there is currently 1 year of content planned for the game, some of it free content, some of it payable DLC. Now obviously we know there is a season pass coming with The Division, and I actually have a bit of paper somewhere. Let me just quickly try and root through all the bits of paper I've got here to refresh my memory. Yep. Season pass coming out, so we'll have 3 expansions. Expansion 1 is Underground, Expansion 2 is Survival, and Expansion 3 is Last Stand. Lots of things obviously going to come with them. Hopefully open up new game worlds, new areas to explore and things like that. But obviously the possibility of new factions, new side missions and stuff like that is going to be pretty cool also. The fact that they talk about a lot of content being free as well is really good. It means that players aren't going to get penalised if they don't buy the season pass. Pretty good move, I think, on Massive's end of it. We know we've seen some of these things come from Bungie of late because they're trying to hold on to their fan base, and let's be honest, it was a pretty poor attempt. Sparrow racing, yeah, sure, it was fun for a couple of hours, then it kind of dropped off and wasn't kind of that interesting, or at least in my opinion. Yeah, so pretty cool that they're going to be doing that, giving away free content. What kind of content, we don't know. Will this just be little things like adding new weapons in, new appearance items, stuff like that? Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you think. What kind of things do you think we're going to get, and what kind of things would you like to see coming from Massive as the kind of free content, and what kind of things can we expect from the 3 expansions that we know are there? You know, like I say, Underground, I believe that being the first DLC, that is when we're going to get the Underground, as it says, but the open world kind of goes down below. We know that there are subways and things like that explorable right from the beginning, but they're kind of limited. You know, we've got to be honest. I explored them in the beta. They are pretty limited. I think that expansion Underground is going to open up that underground world. We've seen a couple of trailers where the players go underground and there's, you know, mass areas and things like that. I never actually got to find those areas in the beta, and I did explore every single underground entrance that I could. So yeah, hopefully that's the kind of thing we'll get from Expansion 1. Expansion 2, Survival. Not quite sure. I would love, in my head, I have this image, it's called Survival. We know there's a disease going on. I'd love to see something similar to The Walking Dead, not quite zombies, but, you know, Walking Dead style. That would be pretty insane. I don't think they're going to go down that road, but it would be pretty sick if they did. And as for Last Stand, there is no information on this whatsoever. The first 2 DLCs have had information given to us about them. However, the last one, DLC 3 Last Stand, we have no information at all, but I think in my mind, guys, the title says it all, Last Stand. Going to be a pretty awesome DLC, maybe moving us on to The Division 2. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see. Guys, please let me know any comments you've got in the section down below. Thank you very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stay tuned for plenty more daily Division videos coming your way. Thank you very much for watching, and until the next episode, I'll catch you all soon.